got a ton to get to. It's been a good and a bad weekend for the Canadian city scene, I think. We'll get to the injuries and a red card, but let's start with the good stuff, shall we? Tajon Buchanan, who we all like on this show. We like Tajon a lot. He's just fun. He bounced back this summer, looked really good for Canada after that leg break. But could he, transfer over to La Liga and Villarreal? And yes, he could. A hat trick for Tajon. One of the great performances for Canadians, I think, in European soccer.
I would agree.
That said, and I'm going to, I know Craig would mention this. I know me and Dubs were talking just now on the dark web. You've got to analyze critically and analyze properly. The goalkeeper wasn't great, was it, Craig? That's pretty bad goalkeeping, a couple of those goals.
Well, the third one in particular, I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt that Tajon hit it and there was some movement in it. And there might have been a little movement in it, but he looked like a high school goalkeeper.
Yeah, wasn't great. I think I give him a pass, Forrest, on the first one, and that was the same form and the 1v1 masterclass that we've seen from Tajon with the men's national team over the course of this summer. Remember when they were playing I think it was the Ukraine. Remember on that touchline, and then the Meg, and then kind of bullies a defender, shakes off the challenge, and then crosses it into Jonathan David. It wasn't exactly that, but it was the same spirit. It was the same physicality. It was the same determination and the quality. On the nutmeg again, to beat him to the byline. And then I think to beat a goalkeeper, I think from like a yard off the byline is never a good look for a keeper, but I think you have to tip your hat to Tajon, at least on a first goal. Second one is kind of bungles it in, whatever you say there, where the goalkeeper comes to it.
Bungle? Yeah, I think it's bungle. Yeah.
It is. Bumble is maybe from like the island of the Misfit Toys and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. That's maybe where I'm getting it from. Bumble. But anyway. So there, again, maybe like excuse him because Tajon beats him to the ball as that cross comes in. And then it's just like a struggle for the loose ball, wins it. But yeah, the third one just does not look very good. That if you're a goalkeeper, that's embarrassing. But again, Tajon puts it on frame. So he gives himself a shot, right? But like I saw this, and I think Forrest, you tweeted this as well. His foot mob or sofa score rating was a perfect 10. So he had 42 touches, 3 goals, 0.72 XG value, 4 shots, 3 on target, 1 key pass, 5 for 5 on successful dribbles, and 8 of 11 duels won for a 10 sofa score rating.
You don't get 10s often, but if you get a hat trick, you should get a 10. But there was so much more to his game than just the goals, like you mentioned there, right?
Yep.
That swagger's back.
He's at a really good club there. Like I think he's in the perfect spot. It's a smaller town. It kind of reminds me, the size of a little bit like Ipswich. Ipswich is actually bigger than Villarreal. It's only like 50,000 people in the town. So the stadium holds 25. Half the population of the town is at the game. Like, it's just incredible, that club, how they punched above their weight for so many years in Europe, in the league, competing at the very top. Like, I think it's excellent for him.
And he'll be playing Champions League football.
Yeah.
Right.
They've had some wonderful players over the years. And Tani Olaswai might be here and heading there as well. It's not done right now. Olaswai. What did I say?
I don't know, but not that.
Olaswai or Olaswai?
I think you mixed up your W and your L.
Like I said, I'm not at my best right now. The brain is not working.
I think you call them Olaswai.
Tani Olaswai.
Yeah, there you go.
Campaign Supernova.
Forrest.
Well, I hadn't had a beer or hadn't had a drink for a couple of weeks since my vacation, and then I did last night. Probably overdid it.
Can I ask you guys something? Are you hearing my kids stomp around above my head? Can you? No? Okay, good.
No, don't think so. I'm sure JC might hear it.
Yeah, last week of summer vacation, and I love them dearly, but it's time to go back to school.
It is time, that's for sure.
Yep.
There are actually quite a few young kids at the concert last night. It was good to see. Good parents taking them to an Oasis concert. My kid was not happy that I wasn't taking her. But this is daddy's night. Anyway, back to Tani Olaswai. Maybe going to Villarreal. Might be done by the time this podcast drops. And like you said, Craig, it's a nice little move for him, right? And now, if you're a Villarreal fan, you're seeing this Canadian kid already in Tajon doing really well and sticking a hat trick in. and you got to be feeling, okay, this is a uncut diamond here in Canada, full of rich potential. Let's get more Canadians. So if Tenny ends up there, that's a pretty good move for him.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's taking chances on Canadians like never before.
Just not coaches, apparently.
Yeah.
Baby steps.
Yeah, maybe that'll come. But it's a shifting narrative in the women's game and the men's game where people are getting to know Canadians, understanding the quality that's emerging out of this country. And I think that will start to shift to the national team perception as well. Right. And I mean, results have to quickly follow, but we're seeing individuals deliver on the club level. So if we can get the performances right at the national team level, I think there you see a full shift happen. But did you guys see, just going back to Tajon for a second, because I want to touch on Tanny. I think he's been one of the best strikers in MLS over the past 2 seasons for Minnesota. So I think this is the right move for him. I think playing at that club and can fit in nicely, get meaningful minutes, and allow him to up his game in a really important year where we're seeing a lot of these national team guys for Canada make moves, because it's critical that they go somewhere that's going to elevate their standing, and they have to be playing consistently. But Tajon with this hat trick, did you guys see a couple of the posts that Villarreal put out? There was one where it looked like it could have been like a prog rock album or like a Pink Floyd cover. Like it was clearly Tajon as an album cover. And it was unbelievable. I'm going to see if I can find it, but like it really made me laugh. And again, like it just vaults him into the upper echelon of like how we're thinking about these athletes, where he's in the same breath as a lot of these big time players, right? Because they're pushing out posts like this, but that's what scoring a hat trick will do. You get people talking about you.
He's exciting to watch. Like when anybody who takes players on, like he does, it's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
There's I see a great picture here. They've caught the picture of him in mid spin, post goal celebration.
Yeah,
he's like upside down. It's a great picture.
Okay,
yeah.
Look at that.
The coach was pretty happy too. Look at that. I think.
Oh yeah, see like the delight and the surprise on his face. Yeah,
it was awesome.
It was really genuine. Sharms, I've got the album cover right here. Can I pull it up?
Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Right?
Smoky, sultry Tajon. But look, that's amazing. Like,
and you've got the Pink Floyd, you've got the kind of the rainbow in the back, and
it's Dark Side of the Moon kind of feel to it, isn't it?
Yeah, and then it's the kind of stills, the individual snapshots of him doing his round off back tuck. It's brilliant.
He's not a small guy either. Like
he's not.
He's pretty tall.
He is. When you stand beside him, like I've done a number of scrums and spoken to him before, he's like, he always looks way taller than I thought he actually was. And
so doing flips like that is pretty impressive.
I don't know. If you're a coach, do you want your players doing those kind of celebrations? Isn't there a potential for injury?
Well, there's that. If you get injured doing it, but you very rarely see guys get injured doing that.
It's true. They wouldn't admit to it, would they? If they did, they just, shit. I've done my hammy, and then fake a sprint. As a whistle blows. Oh, there he goes.
Although there was a guy I remember seeing. I don't know if it was Men in Blazers or like another one of these accounts where it was like a tier 2 setup. This aging guy who scores a crucial goal for his team, and he celebrates and he does some sort of weird side spin, and upon landing does his ACL.
Oh, really?
So there's always the risk, but at that point, like, you're going to stop your players from going up and down stairs, and they're not allowed to go outside their apartments or their houses. Like, I think if a player like Tajon, who is athletic, who is dynamic, who, clearly takes care of himself and is durable in a sense. I know he's coming off an injury, but he understands what his body needs. You've just scored, you've just done a sprint. I think you're able to do those kind of physical exploits at that point, but you have to recognize where you are. Like if you're in the second period of extra time or something like that, and you're feeling like cramp maybe coming on, maybe you choose not to do it. Like you use your best judgment.
So there was a very famous Argentine footballer called Martin Palermo, played for Boca Juniors, and then he went to, where was it? I think it was it Palermo he went to? No, Villarreal. Actually, it was Villarreal. He went to.
Oh.
He was renowned for these crazy celebrations. He was a great player. Crazy celebrations, and he actually broke his leg on one of these celebrations while playing for Villarreal. Where is it here? Football's
Bad
oldest
omen.
injuries. Yeah, but I remember I'd always like, because I like the player, but his celebrations always way over the top, and it used to piss me off because I'm miserable. And, so when he got hurt, Martin Palermo, famous for missing 3 penalties in one match in 1999. He was good, actually, despite that. 2 years later, Martin Palermo, nicknamed Loco, crazy in English, lived up to his reputation as he exuberantly celebrated an extra-time goal while playing for Villarreal. After netting the winner against Levante in the Copa del Rey, the Argentine jumped into the crowd only to see the wall collapse and his leg become crushed. He broke his tibia and fibula and missed the World Cup in 2002 as a result.
Sorry, I'm going to be that person today.
It is fibula.
Maybe don't jump on the advertising boards.
Yeah, I know, exactly. It says here tibia and fibula, but you're right, it's fibula.
Yes, that is incorrect.
Yeah, Sky Sports got it wrong. There's a whole piece here about odd injuries. Huh. Who was a goalkeeper, Craig, that before the World Cup, he dropped a bottle of cologne in the shower or something and cut his foot up? I think he missed the World Cup.
That's right.
Was he an Italian keeper?
I can't remember.
Was it Zubamendi?
I remember I got injured once coming out of Frank's house. I tripped on his doorstep and went down on my kneecap.
Did you miss action?
I did.
Really?
I did.
Were you drunk?
No.
No.
Just tall and awkward.
Just maladroit.
Maladroit.
It's funny though, like the pro athlete getting injured, celebrating or doing something kind of innocuous, like just living their everyday life. It's the total opposite of the Lola Bo. I think she started Lola Bonta for the NWSL. She faked a hamstring injury and then it translated directly into a twerk, and it's kind of become like a celebration that people have picked up on. Like other guys have done it in like the NBA and in other professional leagues for soccer, and even kids are doing it on the training pitch when they're scoring.
She faked a hamstring injury?
So she scores and she kind of limps off, grabbing her hamstring, and then she stops and then she twerks.
That's right.
Because that's like the absolute opposite of injuring yourself. Like genuinely as part of a celebration is the injury fake, and then into the celebration and letting to everyone's relief, you're not actually injured.
Any odd injuries for you, Dubs, in your career?
No, I don't think so. Not anything like that. Although I've played with players who, like, they'll be doing food prep and then they drop the knife and they, severely cut themselves and have to go to the hospital for stitches and can't play for a number of weeks. And, silly things like that are just like, it happens, you're a human being and you have a life to lead outside the pitch. Right. And these sort of freak accidents do happen, but no, never to me. Touch all the wood.
Yeah. Well, it's okay.
Yeah,
you can get injured now. No one cares now, right?
Yeah.
So what?
Fair.
I pulled my back out breathing once. That's how us non-athletes happens. It's part of our life. How do you do your back out breathing?